welcome to this week's edition of Wednesday Wonderings of Trailways Travel. It's hard to believe November is half over. We're heading into that definite holiday season, so hope you're all gearing up and getting ready for that. I'm going to start right off, and I've had a few calls. Don't forget, the gift certificate from Trailways Travel is the perfect gift. It always fits, no worries about what size. You don't have to dust it, and it provides a lifetime of memories, so do keep that in mind. And of course, it is available in any denomination you want. Last week, I know we talked about our mystery tour, and I was not very nice and didn't tell you exactly where we had gone. I had urged you to go out and find someone who had been on that tour, as it was a sold-out one, which are words I haven't been able to say very often this last year and a half, sold out. But we did go to Dubuque, and Dubuque has many iconic things which people have seen and done. So I was trying to reach out to find things that were totally different that perhaps you may not know of or may not have visited. So one of those is the beautiful Tiffany windows of St. Luke's Methodist Church. It is actually the largest collection of religious Tiffany windows in the United States. Not quite sure, possibly even the world. Absolutely amazing. We had a wonderful guide that gave lots of history, told all about how the windows came about, how the church came about, all those good things. It was a lot of immigrants that had come into Dubuque, primarily German immigrants. And so that's how that all began. From there, we took them to a place that I think is phenomenal and actually was the biggest hit of all. It's called Convivium. It's an urban farmstead. So folks that were originally from Dubuque moved to California, kind of became the hippies out there, as they claimed to be, moved back to Dubuque after they had kids, wanting to give them that hometown value, that more Midwest value of growing up versus the hippie world they were living in California. So they came into one of the poorer parts of Dubuque and are doing a revitalization. They bought an old greenhouse area, and they now are an urban farmstead. They literally grow all of the food for their restaurant they have there, which our lunch was provided from all the food they had raised. And it's gotten to be such a popular thing that many of the neighbors and even neighboring businesses are now offering up their backyards to them so that they have enough space to grow all the food. They do lots of canning and preservation so that they have it throughout the winter months as well. It's really cool too because they offer classes on that. And one of the passengers was telling me how they learned how to plant potatoes in layers. So in just a small little area, you could have a huge amount of potatoes and very little digging to even get them out of the ground. So something interesting there. From there, we did go someplace that is very well known, and that is the National Mississippi River Museum. They enjoyed their time there as well. I was hoping they had arrived, that the blue lobster that they were supposed to get had arrived yet. It had not. I do watch their Facebook and website occasionally and saw that they have received a whole bunch of new animals just within this last week or so. So maybe someplace to visit again on your own. We ended it off with a little sweet treat break at a place called Betty Jane Candies. I was turned on to the idea of Betty Jane from my son-in-law, who's from Dubuque, and his mother brought at Christmas these wonderful candies, and one of them were called Gremlins, and they are phenomenal. They're very addictive. In fact, many of the folks I talked to later said they sure wish they had bought more that they could have brought home with them. Those that did said they only have a few left and are now very cautiously divvying them out to try to make them last a little longer. However, they do ship, and Dubuque's not that far away, but they're so well known. They've actually had their candies in the swag bags for the Oscars, the Emmys, things like that. So, but that was our day trip mystery that we had on the 4th of November. Right now, we have a group that headed out yesterday for Branson. They're in for a great treat there as well. They'll be seeing the Group 6, going to the Sight and Sound Theater to see Jesus production, Daniel O'Donnell, heading out to the College of the Ozarks for that phenomenal meal there, plus much, much more. So if you know someone who went on the Branson, which is another one I can so thankfully say the words sold out, it's a great sold out tour. Surely you'll know someone who's been on that one. So just check with them and see what all they saw and if they had a great time or not. So this leads me on into some future tours, and it is now time to talk serious. Definitely talk turkey, I guess, if we want to say that, since it's near Thanksgiving. But our Costa Rica, this is nearing up to your last opportunities. We've obviously had that taste of the cold weather. Thankfully got a little bit of warmness back, but I believe today the temperature is going to be dropping all day long from the time when we got up this morning. But Costa Rica, I do want to say, for this whole entire departure, not only like from Trailways, but all of Colette, this particular departure date, there are only 7 seats left at this time. I know I spoke to 2 couples yesterday who seemed extremely interested. They also need to make their decision really quick, because if they were to go, that would leave only 3 seats for this entire tour, no matter where you're from. So when you really want to take the time, look it through, make that decision. The price is phenomenal. It is less than many domestic tours. It's $2,298 per person, double, meaning 2 to a room. That includes the airfare. It includes primarily all of your meals, except for a few lunches. It sounds wonderful. You're going to tour a coffee plantation. You have time on the beaches. Your resort is where you have an ocean view from your room. Now, granted, take ocean view with a grain of salt or grain of sand, because many hotels call an ocean view, even if you have to lean out over your balcony and crick your head around the corner, they'll still consider it ocean view. But I do feel we do have great ocean view rooms for this tour. We visit the cloud forest. You do nature walks. We go to the world's largest butterfly garden. We go to a place where it has all the different hummingbirds. There's just lots and lots. You have opportunity to go ziplining through the canopies of the cloud forest if you want to. If you're not quite that adventurous, they do offer the Hanging Bridges tour, which looked very beautiful too, where you just walk across all the bridges from one area to another. This trip is February 12th through February 20th. It's a sweetheart of a trip because it's during Valentine's Day, but do please give me a call. Time is honestly of the essence, because it is close to being what Colette will call a sold-out tour. So please don't miss out on that. Even the waterfalls just look phenomenally beautiful. Another one that is down to the wire as far as availability is our Shades of Ireland. I believe we have 24, 25 people from here at Trailways going on this tour. A great group. For Colette, they gave me word they only have 3 seats left for this departure date. So this tour, as soon as 3 people from somewhere sign up, will then officially be sold out. The price for this tour is $4,649 per person, double. Again, it includes a lot. The dates are March 28th through April 9th. And we also feature going into Northern Ireland, which many Ireland tours don't always encompass the whole island, whole country of Ireland. So it's great. This is one I personally have done myself. It's phenomenal. I'm excited to go back and see Ireland again. And then just a little heads up, we do not have the date set yet because Keith and I played phone tag yesterday. But our Canadian Rockies via the rail in Canada is coming up. We will be conducting a Zoom presentation on this. So hopefully by next week or so, I'll be able to tell you the actual date and time of that. It's something where you'll need to call in and make that little reservation so you get the invite for the Zoom presentation. But the Canadian Rockies Tour is July 16th is the departure, and it is 8 days, so it'll probably be returning on July 23rd. I don't know if it gives the date in here, which no it doesn't, but I believe it's the 16th through the 23rd of 2022. Again, another one I've personally gotten to do. It is absolutely beautiful there, very breathtaking. So just wanted to let you know, keep an eye out for that presentation. Can't think of anything else quite for today to fill you in on. Just stay tuned. We've got more things coming. I promise within this next week or two, I will definitely do some highlights on that New York City and Hudson Valley. It is now complete. It is going to be a wonderful tour too, because you get kind of more than one tour wrapped up in one tour again. So in the meantime, I'm sure you're all getting ready for Thanksgiving. Start searching out those stretchy pants for the day. But I will see you next week. In the meantime, take care and have a wonderful week.